If there's one thing that separates men who naturally attract women from those who constantly struggle, it's this: they know what not to do. Most advice focuses on what men should do, how to be more confident, how to impress her, how to keep her interested, and while those things matter, what's often more important are the mistakes you must avoid at all costs, because attraction isn't just about making the right moves, it's about not making the wrong ones. And here's where most men go wrong. They assume that if they just try harder, if they're nicer, if they give more, if they go out of their way to please her, they'll win her over. But in reality, some behaviours don't just kill attraction, they erase it entirely. The worst part, most men don't even realise they're making these mistakes. They keep wondering why she lost interest, why she pulled away, why she suddenly started treating them differently. But by the time they figure it out, it's already too late. So today, we're cutting through the noise. These are the 5 things you should never do with a woman. If you want her respect, her desire, and her genuine attraction, you must avoid these at all costs. Let's begin. Thing 1, never seek validation from her validation. Seeking is one of the biggest attraction killers, yet most men don't even realise they're doing it. It comes in many forms, needing constant reassurance. Do you still, like me, are you mad at me over explaining yourself? I just wanted to make sure you didn't misunderstand me asking for permission to be yourself. Is it okay if I say this? Fishing for compliments? Do you think I'm funny? Am I attractive to you? At its core, validation seeking is about insecurity. It's about placing your sense of worth in her hands instead of standing firm in who you are. And here's the truth. Women don't want to be your emotional caretaker. The moment she feels like she's responsible for making you feel good about yourself, the attraction starts to die. She wants a man who already knows his own worth, not someone waiting for her to tell him he's enough. So how do you stop? 1, detach from her reaction. Oh, if you say something funny. Don't look at her to see if she laughed. If you make a decision, don't. Second guess it. Based on her opinion, stand firm. 2, give validation. Don't seek it. Oh, instead of needing her to confirm your worth, turn the tables. Observe her challenge, her compliment, her in a way that shows you see her depth, not just her beauty. 3, remember, she's attracted to confidence, not neediness. Oh, confidence isn't about arrogance, it's about being secure in yourself. Whether she approves or not, a man who doesn't seek validation is a man who commands respect. And a man who commands respect commands attraction. Thing 2, never put her on a pedestal. There's a dangerous belief that many men hold the idea that if they treat a woman like a queen, she'll treat them like a king. But in reality, the more you put a woman on a pedestal, the more she looks down on you. Most men don't realise this. But attraction is not built through worship, it's built through respect, and a woman cannot respect you if you act like she's above you. This doesn't mean you should treat her badly. It means you should treat her like a human, not a goddess. Because here's the truth, she doesn't want to be worshipped. She wants to be challenged, intrigued, and engaged. She wants a man who stands beside her, not beneath her. So how do you stop putting her on a pedestal? 1, don't over-compliment. Oh, if you constantly tell her how amazing she is, she will stop believing it. Compliments are most powerful when they are earned and rare. 2, have your own life. Oh, a man who puts a woman on a pedestal usually does so because he has nothing else going for him. Get busy, have goals, have purpose. 3, call her out. Oh, if she does something disrespectful, say something. If she's acting entitled, don't tolerate it. A woman respects a man who sets boundaries and holds his ground. A woman doesn't fall for a man because he worships her. She falls for him because she feels something real when she's around him. And real attraction does not exist in fantasy thing. 3, never let her control the relationship. A woman will test you. Not because she's manipulative, not because she's cruel, but because she needs to know who you really are. She will test your patience, your confidence, your ability to hold your ground. And if you fail, she will lose respect for you. the worst thing you can do as a man is let a woman dictate the direction of the relationship. This happens when you agree to everything she says to keep the peace. You let her make all the decisions because you're afraid of upsetting her. You apologize constantly, even when you've done nothing wrong. A woman doesn't want to lead. She wants to trust that. Leadership doesn't mean control, it means direction. A man who knows where he's going and stands firm in his path is a man. A woman can trust if you let her take control, she will resent you for it. Thing 4. Never be afraid to walk away. Nothing destroys attraction faster than a man who is afraid to lose a woman. Men who fear losing a woman will compromise themselves, tolerate disrespect, and put up with situations that drain them all in the name of keeping her around. But here's the paradox. The man who is least afraid to lose a woman is the one who keeps her the longest, because she knows he's not with her out of desperation. He's with her by choice. A man who stays because he wants to, not because he needs to, is a man who commands respect, and respect is the foundation of all attraction. But when you fear losing her, you become too agreeable. You stop setting boundaries. You let disrespect slide. You tolerate bad behavior because you don't want to rock the boat. And in doing so, you show her something dangerous, that your self-worth is tied to her presence. Women don't want to be your purpose. They don't want to be the thing holding you together. They want to feel that you would be fine with or without them. Why walking away is powerful. Walking away isn't about playing games. It's not about making her chase you or proving some kind of point. It's about self-respect. When a man walks away, he's saying, I have standards, I have boundaries, and if they're not met, I'm gone. And this does something powerful to a woman's psychology. She realizes this man is rare. Most men tolerate bad behavior. Most men will bend over backward, change their personality, and accept less than they deserve, just to keep her around. But a man who can walk away, that's a man who has options. And a man who has options is a man who is naturally attractive. The psychological effect of walking away. Women are wired to be drawn to men who value themselves. If you can't walk away from a situation that isn't serving you, it tells her you, 1, don't believe you can do better. 2, are emotionally dependent on her. 3, will tolerate anything to keep her around. None of these things spark attraction. In fact, they do the opposite. But when you walk away, you trigger a deep, instinctive response in her. She sees you as a man who isn't afraid to lose her. She realizes she must bring her best to keep you, because the truth is, women don't want a man. They can control. They want a man. They have to earn when to walk away. One, when she disrespects you. Oh, disrespect can come in many forms, dismissing your opinions, mocking your ambitions, constantly testing your patience the moment you tolerate it. You teach her that it's acceptable too when she plays mind games. Oh, if she's constantly hot and cold, if she's stringing you along, if she enjoys making you feel uncertain about where you stand. Walk, these are power plays, not love 3. When she's no longer interested, or if she's pulling away, not engaging or treating you like an option match, her energy and leave never, beg for attention if she values you. She'll notice your absence. How to walk away with strength. 1, don't announce it. Just do it a week. Men try to make a scene or say things like, you'll regret this. Strong men, they simply disappear. 2, don't make it about her, make it about you, or you're not walking away to punish her. You're walking away because you refuse to stay in a situation that doesn't serve you. 3, never look back of the biggest mistake men make walking away, but then checking in, texting her or hoping she comes back. If you walk for good, final truth. A man who can walk away is a man who chooses his own self-respect over temporary comfort, and that is the kind of man a woman never wants to lose. Thing 5, never be inconsistent with who you are. Women are drawn to certainty, not the kind that comes from arrogance or false bravado, but the kind that comes from a man who knows himself, who doesn't waver, shift or mold himself to fit someone else's expectations. A man who is inconsistent, who says one thing but does another, who changes depending on who he's with, who adjusts his personality. Like a chameleon, will always lose a woman's respect, because deep down she's looking for something solid, a foundation that doesn't crack under pressure, a presence that doesn't dissolve when challenged, a man who, no matter where he is, remains himself. And the sad truth: most men fail this test without even realizing it. They think they're being adaptable, that they're just reading the room. They change their humor, their values, their opinions, all to avoid conflict or to be liked. But what they don't see is that every time they shift to please someone else, they lose a little bit of their authenticity. And that is the fastest way to kill attraction. Women are wired to seek stability in a partner, not just financial stability or social status, but something far deeper, emotional and psychological stability. This is because, biologically speaking, a woman's survival, especially in ancient times, depended on choosing a man. She could trust a man who would stand firm in danger, who wouldn't crack under stress, who wouldn't say one thing and do another. So when a man is inconsistent, when his moods shift unpredictably, when his words don't match his actions, when he acts one way in public but differently in private, her instincts tell her he is unsafe. She may not even consciously realize it, but she'll start pulling away. She'll test him more. She'll feel less and less drawn to him. Not because he's a bad guy, but because he isn't solid. How inconsistency kills attraction. One, it makes her question who you really are. Oh, if you're always changing, she can never trust that. What you're showing her is the real you. She'll start doubting your words, second-guessing your intentions, and ultimately losing interest. 2, it signals weakness, not adaptability. Oh, a strong man can adapt to different situations without losing himself. He can be fun at a party, serious in a meeting, comforting to a friend, all while remaining the same person at his core. But a man who completely changes, depending on his environment, he looks weak, like someone who needs external approval to function. 3, it makes her feel unsafe. Oh, if today you say you love deep conversations, but tomorrow you act like you don't care about anything serious. Oh, if one moment you talk about commitment and the next you avoid the topic. Oh, if you act confident around your friends but insecure when you're alone with her. Oh, she won't know which version of you to trust. And a woman who doesn't trust you can never truly desire you. The power of being unshakable, the most attractive men in history, the ones who left a lasting impression, were the ones who never bent to fit the world around them. Think of Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, a philosopher, a leader. Despite all the chaos around him, he remained firm in his principles, never shifting based on public opinion. Or Bruce Lee, he adapted in battle. Yes, but at his core, he remained true to his philosophy, his discipline, his essence. And even today, the most magnetic men are the ones who stand their ground, not in an aggressive, stubborn way, but in a way that says, this is who I am. I will evolve, I will grow, but I will never betray myself. And that is rare, that is powerful. How to stop being inconsistent. 1, define your values and stick to them. Oh, if you don't know what you stand for, you'll fall for anything. Take time to clarify what matters to you, and once you do, don't abandon those values just because a situation gets uncomfortable. 2, be the same man in all situations. Oh, whether you're with your boss, your best friend, or a woman you're attracted to, be the same person. Adjust your approach when needed, but never adjust your character. 3, match your words with your actions. Oh, if you say you'll do something, do it. If you claim to have a certain mindset, live by it the moment your actions and words don't align. You lose credibility and attraction. Dies. Attraction isn't just about what you do. It's about what you refuse to tolerate. A man who seeks validation, puts a woman on a pedestal, lets her control the relationship, fears walking away or is inconsistent in who he is, loses respect, loses power, and ultimately loses attraction. But a man who stands first, who knows his worth, who leads without fear, and who never compromises his self-respect. That's the man she remembers, that's the man she values, that's the man she desires, because in a world full of men who bend, break, and beg, a man who stands unshaken is rare. So ask yourself, are you the kind of man a woman can't help but respect? Or are you just another man hoping for her approval? The choice is yours. If you found this valuable, subscribe for more insights. Stay strong, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.